children, myself Ishwar Chand Balichwal welcomes all of you. Today we are continuing our chapter 14, factorization. Factorization by regrouping terms. This is our topic. Okay. So please watch up to the end, then you understand better. Okay. Now in this topic we are discussing different techniques of factorization. Okay. This is our expression twice xy plus 3 plus 2y plus 3x. Okay. In this, by observing, we feel that there is nothing common throughout. Okay. In whole expression there is no thing is common. Then what can we do? Here we can check, is there anything common in two terms? Here this 2xy and 2y, 2 is common, and this 3 and this 3x is 3 is common. So if we regroup them, then we may take common. So by using this technique, we write this 2xy here and this 2y here, and we shift this 3 from here to there. Okay. By this we can group them that they have something common. Here 2 and y, 2 and y, that is 2y is common. Here 3 is common. Okay. Here first two terms have common factor. First two terms have common factor 2 and y. Okay. But last two terms have common factor 3. But last two terms have common factor 3. So no single common factor to all terms. So in all terms there is no single common factor is there. So instead of taking single common factor, we take common from this group and this group separately and then solve. How? We have seen 2xy plus 2y. This is our first group. We express it in factor 2 into x into y, 2 into y. Here we can see 2 and y is common. So we put 2 and y first, 2 and y into x. Here 2 and y into 1. We can write 1 in any terms. Okay. By this way we can feel 2y is common in both that term. So we take common 2y and write down as 2y into x plus 1. By taking 2y common, here x is left and here 1 is left. So 2y into x plus 1 is the factor of these two terms. Now we take the other term. Here 3x plus 3 can be write as 3 into x plus 3 into 1. So here 3 is common, so we take 3 common and we can write 3 into x plus 1. But x plus 1 is a common in both terms. Here this term and this term having a common term x plus 1. Okay. Hence this 2xy plus 2y plus 3x plus 3 can be written as 2yx plus 1 and 3x plus 1. So we take x plus 1 as common. So what left? 2y here and 3 here. So we get x plus 1 into 2y plus 3 as a factor. Okay. So this way we can factorize any expression by regrouping what we grouped. Here this is our problem in which 3 is here and there are no common thing. There is also no common thing. But when we regrouped them, we change the placing. We bring 2y here and 3 here. Then they have something common. So this way is known as regrouping terms. Okay. By this way we get factor of this 2xy plus 2y plus 3x plus 3 as x plus 1 into 2y plus 3. These are the factors which are irreducible. X plus 1 and 2y plus 3 are irreducible factors. Okay. Rearranging the expression as 2xy plus 2y plus 3x plus 3 allow us to form group. When we arrange, there is some common terms leading to factorization which help us to factorize them. This is regrouping. This thing is regrouping. This may be possible in more than one way. Okay, so we take one more way how we can grouping them. Here 2xy plus 3x plus 2y plus 3. Here now we change from 2xy plus 2y plus 3x plus 3 to we put 3x here and 2y here, and this is the another way to grouping them. By this way we can write these terms as 2 into x into y, 3 into x plus 2 into y plus 3. So what happened? There is something common here. This x is common, so what left? 2y plus 3. Here 1 is common, so 2y plus 3. This way we take common 2y plus 3, so 2y plus 3 into x plus 1. This way we also get same thing, x plus 1 into 2y plus 3, 2y plus 3 into x plus 1, one and the same thing. So there is many method, many way to factorize by grouping them. Okay, so we may take any one of the way to factorize these expressions. Okay, now we take some example to understand the factorization. Here the problem is factorize 6xy minus 4y plus 6 minus 9x. Okay, if we looking this expression, we found there is nothing common. Okay, but if we regrouping them, there may be something common terms, and there may be more than one way to factorize this. So first we take way first. First we write down the factor of these terms. 6xy, 6 into x into y. 4y, 4 into y. 6 minus 3 into 3 into x. Okay. Now we further factorize them. 6 can be written as 2 into 3 into x into y. This 4 2 into 2 into y. This 6 2 into 3, and this 3 into 3 into x. Here we can see what is the common thing. Here we feel that 3x. Okay, and this 3x is common, so we put this term here, we put this term here, and this term here. By regrouping them we can take common. Here 3x is common in both the terms, and 2 is common these two terms, so we take common 3x, and what left? 2y here and 3 here. So we get 3x into 2y minus 3, and when we take 2 as common, 2y left and 3 is left. So we get minus 2 into 2y minus 3. Now this 2y minus 3 is common in both these terms. So we take 2y minus 3 is common, and we get 3x minus 2 other factor. Here there are two factors, 2y minus 3 into 3x minus 2. We get the two factors of this expression. Now we consider the second way. In second way, we factorize 6 into x into y, 4 into y plus 6 minus 3 into 3 into x. Now here when we factorize this 6 as 3 into 2 and x into y, we put 2y together because 4 into y also having 2y. Okay, so there is 2y common. Now 6 expressed as 3 into 2, so 3 is common in both the terms. Now we take common 2y. What left? 3x is left here. Minus 2 is left here. Now we take 3 common. Okay. But here, first we bring this and write down 3 into 2 last. So, here we can see when we take minus 3h common, we get same term as here. If we not put this here, this term is something different. The sign is different. So to make the sign same, we take this minus term here. Okay, now here we can see 3 is the common. So we take minus 3 is common. So here 3x is left, and by taking minus h common, plus into minus converted into the minus. So here 3x minus 2. Now here 3x minus 2 is common in both the term. So we take 3x minus 2 is common. So we get 3x minus 2 into 2y minus 3. Because here 2y left, here minus 3 left. Now check 2y minus 3, 2y minus 3. 3x minus 2, 3x minus 2. So both these two ways give us the same result. Okay. So we may factorize any expression by many ways. Okay. But we have to careful about making the group. Now we learn factorization using identities. Okay, this is a very important topic in factorization, because with the help of identities we can solve any expression very easily and very fast. Okay, so we take some different identities. Our first identity, as you all learned in your previous class, a plus b whole square can be written as a square plus twice ab plus b square. Okay, so this is our first identity. Okay, this is our first identity. When we multiply a plus b into a plus b, we get a square plus twice ab plus b square, and this is our identity. A minus b whole square can be a square minus twice ab plus b square. In both these identities, only the difference in the sign. Here the plus sign, so here plus sign. Here the minus sign, so here the minus sign. Okay, these are the two identities which are used frequently in factorization. Now the third identity. If there is a two factor which having a and b term, but their sign is different. Once they are added and once they are subtracted. So a plus b into a minus b can be written as a square minus b square. Okay. So this is our third identity. Always remember, these identities can be using just a plus b into a minus b equal to a square minus b square, or a square minus b square can be written as a plus b into a minus b. Okay. So identities may be used as it is and the converse of identity. Okay. But remember, what are the different steps, how we use the factorization by using identities. First, we observe the given expression. What is the expression given to us? First, we observe them. Okay. Now, second, find a form that fits the right hand side. By observing, we can find what is the terms which is fit for right hand side. Okay, of one of the identities. Then the expression corresponding to the left hand side. Okay, so we write down the expression corresponding to the left hand side of the identity gives the desired factorization. Okay, and by this way we get the desired factorization. These are the identities. Now we take one more example. Factorize x square plus 8x plus 16. There is 3 terms. Okay. So what can we found? By observing, we found it has 3 terms. 1, 2 and 3. There is 3 terms. So does not fit id third, because in id third there is only two term, a square minus b square. There is only two term, but here there is three term. So these three term does not fit id third. So we are trying to first and second. But first and third term are perfect square. Here first and third term are perfect square. This is the x whole square and this is the 4 whole square. So these are the first and third terms are perfect square, and middle term with positive sign, and middle term is with positive sign. So it is of the form a square plus twice ab plus b square. Our middle term is plus, so we consider the plus twice ab. Where a equal to x, here a equal to x and b equal to 4. This is b square and this is 16. So 16 can be written as 4 whole square. So b equal to 4. So they are such that a square plus twice ab plus b square, when we convert this into this form, we convert them like this. First we make the whole square of x plus 2 into this x and 4 by putting 4 here, because here the 4 square. So this is b and this is a and b, here is ab. So this become 2x into 4. This way we can represent our expression in the form of a square plus twice ab plus b square. Again I repeat, here first term is whole square, third term is whole square, and the middle term is twice ab. Here our the first term is whole square, x whole square, and last term is 4 whole square. So here twice a and b, here this is a and this is b. So here this is a and this is h b. So we get twice x into 4, 4 into 2, 8 at x, which is equal to this. So we can write this as x plus 4 whole square. Why? Because a plus b whole square can be written as this. So a square plus 2ab plus b square can be written as a plus b whole square. So similar way we express this as x plus 4 whole square, because this is like a, this is like b, and this is twice ab. So we convert them a plus b whole square, because here a equal to x and b equal to 4. By comparing these we found a equal to x and b equal to 4, so x plus 4 ka whole square. This converted as x plus 4 whole square. Okay. So we can write x square plus 8x plus 16 as x plus 4 whole square, means x plus 4 into x plus 4. These are the factor which we have by using by id first. What is our id first? A plus b all square equal to a square plus twice ab plus b square. Okay. So this is our identity, and we use this identity to solve this. Okay. Now we consider another example. Okay. Example 5. Factorize 4y square minus 12y plus a. Okay. Now we more clear this situation like this. 4y square can be written as 2y whole square. Okay. And 12y can be written as 2 into 2i into 3. We have an idea from here, because 4y can be expressed as 2y. So we utilize one term 2y and 2 from twice ab. So 2 here and 2i here. 2 into 2 4y. By dividing minus 12y to this 4y we get 3. Okay. Or you may take another choice from this one. When we write 9 as 3 whole square, so the second and last term is 3. So we put 3 here. Okay. The first term is 2y whole square and the last term is 3 whole square. So there is first and last term. So we get this middle term. 12y can be written as this. Now we put the values of the 4y square as 2y whole square, minus 12y as minus 2 into 2y into 3, and this 9 as 3 whole square. Okay. Separately we check all these terms. First and last term we make the whole square, and the middle term with the help of these two terms, and by putting 2. So this is the identity second, because here is the minus and our identity second contain minus. So here we use the identity second. What is our identity? A minus b whole square, a square minus 2ab plus b square. This is our second identity. So with the help of this we can make this. So this can be written as 2y minus 3 whole square, because a square minus 2ab plus b square can be written as a minus b whole square. Okay. So by using this identity we write down this. Now 2y minus 3 we write 2 times because here the square. So what is the factor of this? 4y square minus 12y plus 9 equals 2y minus 3 into 2y minus 3. Now we take one more example. Factorize 49p square minus 36. By visualizing this, here we can see there is only 2 terms as our identity third having. Our identity third having a square minus b square. Only 2 terms which is in square form. Here are also 2 terms, and this 36 can be written as 6 whole square. So first we convert them. There are 2 terms, both are squares. Like 49p square can be written as 7p whole square, and 36 can be written as 6 whole square. So we can represent them as whole square form. So the expression is of the form a square minus b square. A square minus b square. So by using identity third is applicable here, and we write with the help of this. This is 49p square minus 36. 49p square become 7p whole square, and 36 become 6 whole square. So by using identity third, what is identity third? Identity third is a square minus b square equal to a plus b and a minus b. Okay. A square minus b square is equal to a plus b into a minus b. So by using this identity third, okay, we can write down these two as one time we subtract them and one time we add them, as here a plus b and a minus b. So we a minus b and a plus b. Okay. So here this is a and this is b. So 7p minus 6 and 7p plus 6. This is as a square minus b square. So a minus b, a plus b. Till a minus b and a plus b. Okay. By this way, we directly utilizing the identity, we can factorize our expressions. Okay. Now we take one more example. Factorize a square minus twice ab plus b square minus c square. Here there are 3 terms, but here we can see this a can be as a square, that is the whole square term. B can be as b square, so b is also in whole square term. C is also in whole square term. So first 3 terms form a minus b whole square. These 3 terms make a minus b whole square. When we operate a minus b whole square, we get a square minus twice ab plus b square. So this can be written as a minus b whole square. Okay, the first 3 terms form a minus b whole square. The fourth is a square term. Fourth is also a square term. So the expression can be reduced to a difference of 2 square term. Difference of 2 square term by this way. Okay, this is the way. A square minus 2ab plus b square minus c square can be written as a minus b whole square. these three terms as a minus b whole square and this c as c whole square. By using identity second, what is identity second? Identity second is a minus b whole square equal to a square minus 2ab plus b square. This is our identity second. So by utilizing this, we put, instead of this, we put a minus b whole square. Now we get, there are two terms, both are square. So this become as a square minus b square form with using identity third. Now this is a square and this is b square. We feel this is a square and this is b square. Okay, this is a and this is b. So by the identity third, we can write their difference and their sum. So this whole behave as a, so a minus b, and this as b, so minus c, and a minus b plus c. As we use the identity third, what happened in identity third? Identity third express as a square minus b square equal to a minus b and a plus b. When there is two terms having their square and in between them there is minus, then we subtract them and add them and multiply them. So here we subtract them. This is like a and this is like b. We subtract them, a minus b minus c and a minus b plus c. Now open the brackets. This become a minus b minus c and this become a minus b plus c. So here this way we applied two identities, one after the other, to obtain the required factorization. Here in a single problem we use two identities, after one the another. Okay, so this way we can factorize our problem. Okay, now this is our one more example in which there is power is greater than 4, greater than 2. Okay, here is 4 power. So what happened? M power 4 can be written as m square whole square. Okay, here m power 4 can be written as m square whole square. 2 2 is 4, so this can be written as this. And 256, factorize 256, we get 4 into 4 into 4 into 4. 4 4 is 16, 16 4 is 64, and 64 4 is 256. So this way we get 16 into 16. So 16 into 16 is 256. 4 4 is 16, 4 4 is 16. So we can write 256 as 16 whole square by using identity third, which is identity third is a square minus b square equals a minus b and a plus b. Okay, so by using this m square as a and this 16 square as b. Okay, so this can be written as m square minus 16 as a minus b and m square plus 16 as a plus b. Okay, by using identity third. This is our identity third. Now here we can see that there is plus, so this cannot be further factorized, but there is minus. So again the identity third applied one more time. This is m whole square and this is 4 whole square. Okay, so m square minus 16 can be factorized further by using identity third. So m power 4 minus 256 is m square minus 16 plus m square plus 16. Now this m square minus 16 is m whole square minus 4 whole square. This is m square, m whole square minus 4 whole square, and this is m square plus 16. So this can be factorized by using identity third. This a square minus b square equal to a minus b, a plus b. So this is a and this is b. So m minus 4 into m plus 4 and this m square plus 16 as it is. So again we factorize this and we get m minus 4 and m plus 4. Okay, therefore m power 4 minus 256 can be written as m minus 4 into m plus 4 into m square plus 16. So this way we can factorize our problem by using different identities. So if we have practice about the identities, then we can use them. Okay, so try to practice, then you get the result. Okay, have a good day. Thanks.